I'm Amber, this is Betty. Yash is gonna hold Betty in a minute. We're gonna do a 5-point check on the sheep, okay? All right, so when we're looking at the sheep, one of the first things you wanna check is body condition score. And this is a nursing mother with 2 huge lambs. So I always kind of take a look at their back to make sure there's nothing going on. But this is her backbone. She's a Border Leicester. And when you feel the backbone of a sheep, you're trying to figure out how fat they are. So the way you can compare it is if you look at the knuckles on the back of your hand, this would be a very skinny sheep, would be a 1. A 2 would be a somewhat skinny sheep. A 3 would be you can still feel the bones, but it is, there's flesh on both sides. A 4 is this is starting to disappear, the spine. And then a 5 is like, you can't feel it, their back is totally flat, they're very fat. So I would say feeling her backbone here, to me, she feels like a 3, which is about where she should be because she is nursing you with as much feed as she can have. She has 2 really huge lambs. They're almost 3 months old. So she's gonna be a little on the skinny side. I personally like to keep my sheep as fat as possible because it keeps them parasite resistant. The other thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take a look at her butt. How poopy is her butt? What do the dags look like? She does have a few dried poop balls, but not anything fresh or too much. So her butt looks pretty good. The other thing we're gonna do is we're gonna look at her nose. Does she have discharge in her nose? No, her nose looks good. All right, if you wanna keep holding her, Yasha, and then I'll show you under her jaw. You're gonna feel under here to see if she has bottle jaw, which is anemia from basically having too high of a worm load. And then the last thing you're gonna do is we're gonna do an eyelid check. So we're gonna do FAMACHA where you cover, pop, push the eyeball in, and then you pop the bottom down. You can see that her membrane is actually quite red. I don't have my card with me right now, which is very naughty. You're not doing FAMACHA if you don't have a card. So I'm not gonna officially say I did FAMACHA on this sheep today. So with the card, you can actually compare the anemia score.